It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Alongside Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. And on the sidelines, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. They'll see the defending world champion Toronto Raptors and the Chicago Bulls.
Here we go.
And the Bulls start out with the ball. Here are the 5 for the Raptors. Siakam and Ibaka, the duo down low. On the wings, Powell and Anunoby. And it's Lowry in at the 1. Pippen off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
This guy reads situations so well, and he knows how to execute.
And here's Lowry. Over to the left wing. Got a piece of it. Pippen with the steal. Outside Harper. Left side Jordan. Powell pulls it in. Here's Anunoby. And a miss there on the triple. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. I was able to speak with Chicago's head coach. We talked about what makes Kyle Lowry such a dynamic player. Coach said, I love his competitive fire. Playing against guys like that has to bring out the best with you. You got to meet force with force. Kevin?
Thank you, David. And so here's Toronto. The Bulls getting the bucket. It's Pippen on the wing. First quarter, about a minute and a half in. Rodman against Siakam. Just 5 to shoot. And there's the pass to Harper. The 3, Pippen. Offensive rebound. Taken away. It's Powell on the wing. Guarded by Jordan. At the top of the key, Lowry. Fires for 3. The shot off that time. And it's Chicago the other way. Outside Harper. Pass to Longley. From 7, and he hits the jump shot.
And look at how quick he was to bite on the pump fake. Left his feet way too soon.
So timeout called here, the first for Toronto.
And with their offense sputtering, coaches got to get them back on track.
And to me, they're just taking too many tough shots. And when they do get an easy one, the confidence just isn't there.
And the Raptors off to a slow start. Still without a basket in the game. Pass to Powell. Some nice ball movement here by the Raptors. That's tipped. Toronto needs to get off his shot. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. The Bulls leading by 6. Pippen, the pass to Harper. Outside, Rodman. Michael Jordan on the wing. The fader. That one a little long.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Siakam looking around. Back to Anunoby. And the three ball is good.
Well, the increased playmaking ability of Pascal Siakam on display. Pretty pass.
Pippen kicks to Harper. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Here's Jordan. Nice follow through on the fadeaway.
Boy, you cannot leave him alone like that. Good form on the fadeaway jumper.
Lowry passes to Powell. Here's Anunoby. Ibaka outside. Lowry for three. It's all in by the Bulls. It's Jordan on the wing. Oh, that was something else.
Have mercy. Oh, my goodness. The creativity, the athleticism of Michael Jordan.
The drive by Siakam.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. Pippen with it. And there's the call on Kyle Lowry. That's his first foul. So it's Chicago now. Outside Pippen. And it's good for two.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Raptors trail by 7. Now here's Powell. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Goes up on the wing. Rodman grabs the miss. And here are the Bulls now. Jordan inside. Guarded by Powell. Jordan's shot is off.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
Siakam kicks to Lowry. Harper against Siakam. The tray. And it's Kyle Lowry with the three.
Well, a trifecta from Kyle Lowry. This guy gets great lift on his jump shot.
Harper the pass to Pippen. Fades away. The shot by Jordan, no good.
Well, when you've been struggling as he has, you love that your teammates have really stepped up and taken the challenge.
And it's always been about the effort defensively for Pippen, known as a stopper and a fantastic shot blocker to boot.
Shot clock at 6. Siakam kicks to Lowry. Again, the miss by Lowry. The Bulls leading by 4. Here's Jordan. He scores the basket. That's field goal number 3 for him.
And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation.
Outside Lowry. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball.
You too.
And Toronto has possession. Ibaka finds Siakam. Kept alive. Shots good by Ibaka.
Kev, we know this about Serge Ibaka. This guy is a strong presence on the offensive glass. If you don't check him out, you're going to get hurt.
Jordan against Powell. Outside Jordan. Poke loose. 4 on the clock. Lets it go with a 3. Harper, no good. Last outing for Chicago. They won that game against Memphis. Siakam misses. Lowry against Jordan. Inside. Rodman. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
Yeah, heard the whistle and then kept his focus and able to still knock it down.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Williams, he's checked in for Longley. Kukoc comes in for Scottie Pippen. Devin Harris is checked in for Jordan. And Kerr's subbed in for Ron Harper.
One shot.
And Rodman, no good on that one.
And as a free throw shooter, Rodman has his challenges. One of those guys who almost shoots a better percentage from the field.
Well, this is the kind of shot we've come to expect him to make. He's got to be upset with that one.
Outside, Kukoc. Down low. Pass to Harris. Marc Gasol picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Kerr. He kicks it to Harris. 5 to shoot. One up, one down, 2 points with his first shot this game.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Now here's Davis. Outside Gasol. Shoots the 3. That's in there. Davis with the assist.
Marc Gasol in the catch and shoot game. Okay, we see you, Mark.
Harris passes to Rodman. Poked away. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. Here's Davis. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. The pass to Van Vliet. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Now Kukoc. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Bulls have gone 0 for 1 at the line. This is their second trip to the line tonight.
At the line for 2.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. Norman Powell's checked in for Pascal Siakam. Kukoc hits them both. For the Raptors, their last game, a loss to the Celtics in Boston. Van Vliet looking around, and they pick up 2. Van Vliet's got his second basket of the game.
This is what we call highly efficient play. Working off the screen, getting to the cup.
Kerr kicks to Kukoc. Outside, Rodman. Kukoc against Powell. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Kukoc can't get it to go. Raptors trail by 3. Takes the 13-footer. The shot by Powell, no good. Kukoc against Gasol. Kukoc gets the bucket. And so Van Vliet will bring it up for the Raptors. Pass to Powell. Back to Van Vliet. Some nice ball movement here by the Raptors. And here comes Harris leading the fast break. Here's Kerr. Good. And Harris gets the assist. Now it's a 7-point Bulls lead.
And this is why coaches talk about playing with pace. The scoreboard tells it all.
I think, Greg, this is what we call, quote, running a team off the floor. They have been fantastic in transition.
Now here is Davis. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Powell, that's good.
Well, you don't want to see Norman Powell settling for outside looks. Love when he goes to work down deep.
Passes to Kerr. Drops in the tray. Kerr's got 5.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now here's Powell. It's blocked. Harris dishes to Kerr. There's 37 seconds left to play here in the first. Back to Williams. In the corner, it's Harris. Rodman trying to break free. Chicago now working with the new shot clock. And that one, good.
Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
And here is Van Vliet. Pass to Gasol. 13 feet away. The shot, no good. And as the first quarter wraps up, already a double-digit lead. Bulls out front, up by 10. And we'll be back in just a moment with the start of the second quarter. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. Looking at what we've seen from the Bulls, what do you guys think?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
And we know this. Every team in the league now seems to be looking to play with pace.
Raptors trail by 10. So for Toronto right now, they've got Marc Gasol, Fred Van Vliet out there with Davis. Then there's Norman Powell, and it's Boucher in at the 4.
To a certain extent, you like the aggressiveness, but that's 2 fouls already. Take a step back.
The Bulls leading by 10. Outside, Kukoc. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. They get Marc Gasol.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
The Bulls shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game.
Tony Kukoc at the line for 2.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
No good on that one. Second free throw, no good. Raptors trail by 10. To the paint, here's Davis. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Davis has got his first basket of the night.
Well, known for being a terrific passer, he shows you right there. Case in point.
Powell against Kukoc. Shoots over Powell. Misses off the right iron. Here's Toronto now. Van Vliet passes to Davis. Now here's Powell. Guarded by Harris. That is good. And the Bulls' lead is cut down now to just 5 on the bucket from Powell.
Absolutely critical that Norman Powell expand his range. The more he makes that three, the more the floor opens up.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, one of the reasons Toronto was able to win the NBA championship was the astronomical improvement from Pascal Siakam, who was recognized as the league's most improved player. It was the dream of Pascal's late father that he'd reach this level, and his determination to make that reality has brought him a long way from home. Kevin?
It has indeed, D.A. Great story, and thank you. And it goes down 2 points. Powell's got 9.
Nice little run here to shrink that deficit, but can they get over the hump?
Yeah, it feels like they've ramped up their intensity. They have forced good things to happen. Now they're back in it.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
Boy, in a tight game like this, that can change the whole tone. It helps your opponent get into a little bit of a rhythm.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
So for the Bulls, Luke Longley's checked in for Williams. Pippen comes in for Dennis Rodman. And Michael Jordan subbed in for Harris. And the Raptors also making a change. OG Anunoby's checked in for Powell. Up top, Pippen. Outside, Jordan. 6 on the shot clock. Outside, Pippen. And the Bulls with another miss. Here's the Raptors with the ball. 11 unanswered points for them. Here's Boucher. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Kukoc with the defensive effort. Chicago trailing here. Kerr the pass to Kukoc. Outside for Jordan. Here is Kerr. He has 5. Chicago needs to get off a shot here. The pass to Pippen. Toronto grabs the miss. Boucher's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Davis. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over.
Yeah, things not going their way, and he wants to just try to talk this one over.
Well, night in and night out, sometimes it's a battle of runs. Who has the most?
Harper, he's checked in for the Bulls. Serge Ibaka has checked in for Toronto. Chicago with the ball. Nothing offensively yet from them in the second quarter. Here's Jordan. And it's blocked by Ibaka.
Boy, still a dependable shot blocker. That is what got Serge Ibaka playing time at the beginning of his career. Nice.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Bulls trail by 6. Bounce pass from Jordan. Kukoc kicks to Jordan. Pass to Pippen to stop the drought. And the Bulls with another miss.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
It's just been one of those games, and they need to find a way to turn it around before it gets completely away from them.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Well, if you continue to execute at both ends, you can build on this lead.
Passes it to Jordan. Yep, that one goes in there. Jordan's got 8 points.
And with a merciful bucket, he snaps a terrific run by the Raptors.
They get a hand on it. Oh, and a fast break for the Bulls. Goes up and slam dunk by Jordan.
A good job there. Jordan getting them in transition, and he does so much. You almost forget how dominant he can be defensively.
Now here's Van Vliet. He's guarded by Harper. Gasol's in the post. He's against Jordan. 6 to shoot. Back to Anunoby. Shoots over Pippen. Michael Jordan grabs the miss.
A little ambitious on that possession, trying to hit a shot in the face of that defensive pressure.
For the Raptors, their last game, a loss to the Boston Celtics.
Yeah, I mean, hard time shooting the rock in that one, but they also didn't give themselves the best looks.
I think, Greg, even when you get quality looks, there was an inability to stay consistent. It is hard to win on a cold shooting night in today's NBA. The scoring is just too good.
The Raptors shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game. Throw good, Gasol.
Let's remember, in Marc Gasol, we have got a guy who has worked hard on both his body and his game. We are talking about a former Defensive Player of the Year here.
Here's what Toronto's going with right now. Pascal Siakam comes in for OG Anunoby, and it's Kyle Lowry in for Davis. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. Bulls trail by 5. Lowry feeling it out a bit. Lots of room. And again, Toronto no up.
Well, the defense flat out awful right there, and he couldn't punish them for their mistake.
Good on the shot.
All right, defensively now, you've got to find a way to slow this guy down because he's putting it to you.
Shot clock at 5. Here's Van Vliet. The shot's good on the assist by Lowry. Van Vliet's got 9.
And this is tough to stop if you're the defense. They have just gotten locked in from three-point range this quarter.
Pass to Harper. That shot, no good. Good work defensively by Gasol. Jordan against Lowry. To the inside. Here's Gasol. The shot misses. And it's Chicago the other way.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Jordan kicks to Kukoc. Back to Jordan. Outside, Kukoc. Goes back up. Hands with the ball out of bounds. Jordan touched it last.
That almost looked like bad communication. You hate to see that kind of mistake.
Raptors leading by 6. Lowry passes to Ibaka. Back to Lowry. Beyond the arc. Luke Longley grabs the miss.
And he's trying to shoot his way out of it. You know, they have the lead, but honestly, I think it might help if he'd be a little bit more selective tonight.
Outside Harper. Just 5 on the clock, and the shot is good. Harper's got his first bucket of the night. They've shared the load offensively.
And guys, they put the defense on their heels. You can see right now they're trying to react, and that's what you want when you're in a rhythm offensively.
That one goes in. Lowry's got 5 points so far.
They've settled into a nice groove offensively here in the second.
Harper kicks to Pippen. Outside, Kukoc. And the pass to Jordan. Outside, Harper. Over Lowry. Harper, no good. And it's Lowry with the ball. Brings it up for the Toronto Raptors. 6-point lead. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
We have seen Pascal Siakam's confidence improve dramatically. This guy is becoming a problem as a scorer.
This is his first trip to the line tonight.
And I look back at his numbers from the free throw line last year, 78%, so not too bad.
Free throw good, Siakam.
I think, guys, maybe what you appreciate most about Pascal Siakam is his versatility. He can score from a number of areas. He can guard multiple positions. There is a lot to like about this young man.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Williams, he's checked in for Longley. Rodman comes in for Kukoc. And Harris subbed in for Ron Harper. Siakam hits them both.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
Harris passes to Rodman. Poked loose. Outside Pippen. It's good from long range. Pippen's got his 3rd basket of the night.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
Siakam with it. Ibaka outside. 3-pointer, Lowry. Rodman grabs the miss. Rodman's got 8 rebounds in this game. Pippen against Powell. Pass to Williams. Kicks it to Jordan. Passes it to Harris. From past the arc. Offensive rebound. Outside Pippen. The 3. And it's Toronto with the rebound.
I think he's got to settle down because right now it feels like he's rushing, like he's forcing some shots. This quarter he has been completely bothered.
And the thing about Rodman, he's more of a position player defensively, but that time reached. Oh, and he got fancy with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open. Here's Lowry trying to get open as Ibaka. The layup off target.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter.
Rodman passes to Jordan. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And the defining trait of the greatest of superstars, Jordan makes the players around him better. Mentally, in terms of effort, and in terms of their performance.
It's his first trip to the line.
Shooting 2.
Free throw good, Jordan. Bulls making a switch here. Kerr's checked in, and Toronto also making a switch. Boucher is checked in. That one misses. Williams dishes to Rodman. He kicks it to Harris. Lets it go from deep. A three-pointer is right on target. Harris has got 5 points so far.
Such a boost to this offense when this guy can knock down uncontested threes.
Now, here's Siakam. And there it is for him. 6 points for him.
Well, Pascal Siakam has such soft touch, and he uses his length to his advantage on the inside there.
Kerr kicks to Rodman. Pass to Jordan. 1:09 left now here in the second. Good D by Siakam.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Van Vliet with the bucket.
Oh, such a field shot there, the floater.
Bulls trail by 3. Jordan the pass to Rodman. He's looking for Jordan and finds him. And he makes that one.
I'll tell you, he's in a rhythm and playing with purpose. Great first quarter, even better in the second.
Siakam outside. And Siakam throws it down.
Well, Pascal Siakam's handle has gotten tighter, and that makes the dribble drive a problem for the defender.
Kerr kicks to Harris. Now, here's Kerr, covered by Van Vliet. Back to Kerr, outside Rodman. Williams passes to Rodman. And it's blocked by Ibaka.
And no need to rush this. Let the clock run down.
Well, it's trying to close the quarter strong, and by that, Greg, take a great shot without giving them an opportunity for another one down the other end.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
I tell you, you can't get stops if you're unwilling to put in the work.
And it's good, but hold on. The officials may want to look at that one on the replay monitor. And the teams are going to have to wait before heading to the locker room. They're going to bring out the monitor and see if he got that shot off in time.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, you know, some might say, hey, can't we just skip the replay this time around? But you just never know.
And they're keeping the call as is. It was close, but he had not released it before the clock had expired.
Yeah, still better safe than sorry. I think they did the right thing to take another look at it. And if it's so close that you can't tell by the naked eye, might as well go to the slow-mo.
We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Let's talk about that first half. The first quarter was a difficult one for Toronto. The deficit for them just seemed to grow and grow, eventually reaching the 10-point mark at one stage of the period. In the second quarter, however, they were not the same team, turning the game upside down. They played smart, energetic basketball, and were able to blaze out to a 5-point lead. And taking a look at the Raptors, Kenny, what did you see out there?
Well, they've been pounding. I mean, pounding it in the paint. Not just taking the first three-pointer when it came across. That keeps the defense on its toes.
And Shaq, what'd you think about Chicago?
Well, no question, Ernie. They need to improve their three-point. When you shoot in the low 30s, you can dig yourself in a deep, abysmal hole. You like that word, Ernie? Abysmal? I can't spell it, but it sounds nice. Anyway, when the open three is there, fine, shoot it. But we saw at least a few situations where they should have worked for a better shot.
And that should do it. With the second half about to begin, let's send you back to Kevin Harlan. Go back to Kevin Harlan. Go over there.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. What a game we're seeing from Michael Jordan.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column? Through 2 quarters, he has been terrific.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. So for Chicago right now, we've got Rodman. Jordan is out there with Harper. Then there's Longley. And
it's just one of those nights where Jordan can do no wrong offensively. And let's talk about the endurance to go along with it. Wow.
The drive by Siakam.
Yeah, easy call.
For Toronto, they have gone 3 of 4 at the free throw line tonight.
And they had a lot of success a season ago as a team, hitting about 80% of their free throws.
Shooting 2.
And the first one at the line is good. The Raptors making a switch here. Lowry's checked in. And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
Boy, he's got a great stroke from the line. That's not something we can say about all the league's big guys.
Outside Pippen. Inside, here's Longley. It's rebounded by Anunoby. Anunoby's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, after 5 years as an assistant in Toronto, last season Nick Nurse moved to head coach of the Raptors, and the team responded, winning the franchise's first NBA championship. Nurse has been at this for 3 decades. He got his first head coaching position at the age of 23. And he has moved all throughout basketball, both domestically and abroad, guiding 15 teams in 5 different countries.
Take a break.
After winning it all last year, Kevin, he's finally made it to the top.
David, he sure has a long and winding journey. Thank you. The first one falls.
Well, the 24th pick back in the 2006 NBA draft. Who knew Kyle Lowry would develop into a perennial all-star? What an impressive career.
And so Lowry nails both of them.
This is about the last guy you want to send to the stripe right now. They keep fouling him, and he keeps making them.
Harper against Lowry. Puts one up from 19. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Powell's got his 4th rebound in this one. Got a piece of it, and it's out of bounds. The Raptors will take it the other way. Raptors leading by 7. Siakam kicks to Powell. Back to Siakam. There's the pass to Lowry. Lobs it up for Ibaka. It's deflected. It's stolen by Rodman. Harper against Lowry. Pippen. Toronto grabs the miss. Siakam's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. There's the 3. Longley grabs the miss.
And guys, this has got to be more of a team effort. Right now, he's playing all for himself.
That one's good, and the Raptor lead is cut down now to just 5 on the basket from Jordan.
And you can just see the extraordinary competitiveness. MJ staying laser focused after absorbing the contact.
Siakam against Longley. Just 5 to shoot. Lowry finds Powell. There's the triple. And again, no good by Toronto.
Boy, that makes them 0 for 3 to start the second half. Not the start you were hoping for here. Now, I'll tell you, they're going to need more from this guy if they're going to cut into this deficit.
Siakam, and he uses the glass on the layup. Siakam's got 12.
Finally, they get one to drop. That's one of their first 4 here in the third.
Pass to Rodman. Outside Harper. Softly drops in the floater.
And I enjoy watching Harper as he fends off the contact. Awesome at just finding those little cracks in the defense and exploiting them.
It's picked off. And here's the fast break. Jordan leading the way. That shot is off. Now Toronto takes it the other way. Lowry for 3. Jordan with the rebound. Jordan's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
Not how they hoped to start this half. 1 for 5, brick after brick. Let's start building the building.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Lowry against Harper. Lowry's shot is good.
It feels like in some ways this is Kyle Lowry's natural range with the jumper, doing work from the mid-range.
Outside Harper. Here's the teardrop, and it's good on the way in. Harper's got 4 points in the quarter.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
Jordan against Powell. To the wing on the left. Here's on an open. He's got 6. Shot clock at 6. Tipped away. Pippen with it. Lowry picks him up. And here we go. The Bulls fast break. And a wide open look for Jordan. The shot's good on the assist by Pippen. Pippen's got 3 assists tonight. And the Raptors call time here. We've seen Michael Jordan really having a great game.
And he's just attacking the rim with force here. They need to try and deny him the ball in the paint to keep him away from the basket.
Tony Kukoc, he's checked in for Dennis Rodman. And then for Toronto, Gasol comes in for Serge Ibaka. Davis is subbed in for Norman Powell. Now Davis. Pass to Lowry. Outside Gasol. Off target from outside. They can retake the lead after trailing for a while.
Nice work to hang around and just give yourself a chance. Put yourself in position.
Kukoc can't get it to go. And so Lowry will bring it up for Toronto. To the middle. Siakam misses. Chicago with the ball. Here's Jordan. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And a chance now to look at the schedule for the Bulls. On Monday, they'll tip off a road trip in New York where they'll take on the Knicks. Then on Wednesday, they'll be matching up with Andre Drummond and the Cleveland Cavaliers. For Chicago, they have shot less than 50% at the free throw line today, hitting just 3 of 7. And that one falls, and that puts them up by 1 point. He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line.
Yeah, he gets them the lead at the free throw line despite the one miss.
That one's not going to go. Good work defensively by Pippen. Outside, Kukoc. Clock at 4. Great touch on the 16-footer. Kukoc has got 6.
They seem to concede that shot, and his response is, thank you very much.
Davis against Jordan. Davis, the pass to Lowry. Offline from the top of the key.
What a brutal night for this guy, and it is having a ripple effect throughout the team. This is tough.
It's stolen by Davis. Fast break, Toronto. Davis has got the ball. A shot by Lowry. Wide open. That's in there. Davis with the assist. Davis has got his 7th assist in the game. Outside Jordan. A floater, and that's 2 points on the layup. Jordan's got 29.
Yeah, high percentage look for Jordan. It has every move you could ask for in the painted area.
Left side, Davis, and the layup's good off the glass. Davis has got it all tied up now for the Raptors.
Well, everyone's seeking those high percentage looks in the restricted area. Nicely done there.
And stolen by Kyle Lowry. Ahead. Now that's how to finish the break. Throw down with force.
When Kyle Lowry is aggressive as a playmaker, his team goes to a different level.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. So for the Bulls, Williams is checked in for Longley. Harris comes in for Michael Jordan. And Kerr subbed in for Harper. Then for the Raptors, Boucher is checked in. And it's Fred VanVleet in for Kyle Lowry. Here's Pippen. Good D by Siakam. Raptors with the lead. This offense has really been clicking.
And they know it, guys. They're playing right now with the kind of energy that is hard to deal with.
Pass to Pippen. Fires top of the key, and he gets the jumper to drop. Pippen's got 9. And the Raptors with the ball. And there's the pass to Davis. And it's Davis with the jam.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Well, credit him for going for it, not settling, saying, I'm going to attack.
And so Siakam will bring it up for Toronto. Pass to Gasol. Now here's VanVleet. Tight defense on him. Rebound by Williams. Williams has got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Pippen, and Pippen slams it in.
And Pippen there driving hard inside, has the height and athleticism to consistently get it done in the paint.
Siakam outside. Passes to Boucher. Outside, Davis. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Down low, Gasol. No good, shot missing. Good D by Williams. Chicago leading. It's Pippen on the wing. Tries again. Kukoc can't get it to go. Kukoc has gone 2 of 7 from the floor here. Pippen with the steal. And here we go. Harris heading to the hoop. Finished off the break. He's got 7.
Yeah, and what you love about Kukoc, the versatility on offense and the terrific court vision.
And here is Siakam. 12 points for him. Good work defensively by Pippen.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And what you love about his work defensively, the ability to challenge and change shots without fouling.
The 8-footer. Good D by Gasol. Raptors trail by 4. 1:58 left to play in the third. He's off on that one.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
Here's Kerr. The shot's good on the assist by Pippen. Kerr's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
And after really leaning on that 3-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
Pascal Siakam, the efficiency, the willingness to go ahead and pile up some points. Nicely done here.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
Well, this is a chess match. Looking ahead a few moves and trying to execute toward that.
Dennis Rodman, who's checked in for the Bulls. The Raptors also with a sub. Powell, he's checked in for Marc Gasol. The Bulls leading by 4. Pippen with it. 13 points in the game. Shoots from the high post, and it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
I think expect them to go back to it because that's the kind of shot this offense is designed to generate. You know, the D giving him a little bit of space beyond the 3-point line, and that's all the room he needs.
Rebound by the Raptors.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
Siakam finds Van Vliet. Back to Siakam. For the lead, Boucher controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Boucher's got his first basket. 7 lead changes now, and we're just in the third quarter.
Yeah, frustrating for a coach, but it's great to watch as a fan.
Here's Pippen. The teardrop falls in, and the Bulls lead by 1.
Yeah, and Pippen using those long arms inside to get shots off. Feels like no one can guard him down low.
Now, here is Siakam. He's got 14. Clock at 6. 3-pointer. And the Raptors hit again from deep.
I'll tell you, the 3-point shooting looking better and better. The hard work of Pascal Siakam paying off.
Pascal Siakam getting it done for the Toronto Raptors. Between his points and his rebounds, he was a star for him in that quarter. We'll return shortly. Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. Chicago trailing here. On the court for Toronto to start the fourth. They've got Powell. Red Van Vliet out there with Davis. Then it's Ibaka, and it's Boucher in at the 4 spot. Here's Pippen. And the officials call a traveling violation.
He had played mistake-free basketball until that one, his first turnover of the night.
Pass to Boucher. Back to Van Vliet. Lets a floater go. He lays it in.
Well, the touch and the focus. What a pretty move in the lane.
Powell against Pippen. Knocked loose. Here's Powell. Now Davis. And Davis throws it down hard.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either. Pippen kicks to Harris. 5 on the clock. And they're moving it up. Here's Van Vliet. No good on the triple. Bulls trail by 6. To the paint. Here's Kukoc. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
That pass had to be thrown not only in the right spot, but at the right time.
Up top, Powell, guarded by Pippen. With the fadeaway. The shot by Powell, no good.
The fadeaway, not a terrible idea, but he needs to make the game easier on himself. He's overcomplicating things.
Here's Pippen, shoots over Powell, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Pippen, simply put, one of the best small forwards of all time. A defensive powerhouse and a fearless scorer.
Taking 2 shots.
That free throw missing.
Well, free throw shooting is a constant cause of concern for them, and today that concern has been front and center.
Some changes for Chicago. Longley's checked in for Kukoc. Jordan comes in for Devin Harris. And it's Harper in for Steve Kerr. Then for the Raptors, OG Anunoby's checked in for Davis. And it's Kyle Lowry in for Fred Van Vliet. No good at the stripe this time. Second misses also. Raptors leading by 4. Here's Anunoby. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Can't hit that one. Right side, Jordan. Bulls moving the ball around. Longley with the bucket.
Yeah, and this is what happens when you have a scorer like Jordan on the floor. He attracts all that attention defensively, leaving guys wide open.
Out to Ibaka. The 3. Buries it from 3-point range. And the Raptors lead by 5.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from 3-point range.
The pass to Pippen. Knocks it loose. Here's Anunoby. In the corner, Powell with it. And the Raptors hit again from deep.
Yeah, and that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
Here's Harper. It's not going to go for him. Ibaka with some nice D. And so Lowry will bring it up for the Toronto Raptors. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Rodman with the block. Jordan the pass to Harper. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. Serge Ibaka picks one up there.
2 shots.
And that one misses. Good on the second free throw. Raptors leading by 7. Outside Lowry. Floats one up. That one drops for him. Lowry's got 9 points here in the second half.
Boy, Kevin, I thought he might get a call there. I thought it was pretty clear contact. But we know Lowry's not looking for the whistle. This guy's just looking to put points on the board.
Harper against Lowry. Harper dishes to Jordan. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Harper. Rebound by the Raptors. Boucher's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Powell kicks to Lowry. Here's Anunoby. Feeds it to Ibaka. Count it. Ibaka's got the lead up to 11 now for Toronto.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Pippen, the pass to Harper. Jordan against Powell. Pass to Pippen. Hits the front of the rim and out.
And this is exactly what you have to do to stop him. That was a tremendous contest, forcing the miss.
Anunoby, good.
I'll tell you, it's 6'8" with elite athleticism. Good luck checking OG Anunoby on the interior.
Right side, Pippen. Shot from the wing. Serge Ibaka with the rebound. Ibaka's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Powell kicks to Anunoby. Outside for Lowry. But they'll get another chance.
There it is, guys. One of those effort plays that makes a big difference in the game.
And GA, it is definitely making a difference so far today.
No doubt. On the scoreboard, in the body language of the players, you can tell which team is in complete command.
It's Jordan on the wing. Guarded by Powell. Outside for Pippen. To halt the run. And the Bulls with another miss.
And since halftime, he has just been ice cold. Just can't seem to get anything to go his way.
Lowry from outside. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Rodman's got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. The drive by Jordan. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Kyle Lowry picks one up there.
It's slashing there by Jordan. Gets up to speed in a hurry. Just impossible to stay in front of.
Of course, here's something kind of interesting. There's been a lot of talk about moving the draft to after free agency. What would that look like?
Well, I think talent is always going to be at a premium. So I would think if there's a guy that's the absolute definitive #1 pick, he's going #1 regardless of roster construction. But the reality is it might help those teams who maybe if they know who's on the roster, it might change the kind of draft selection they would make. So it's an interesting supposition. We'll see if the NBA moves in that direction.
And Toronto making a change here. Siakam's checked in. And so Jordan nails both of them. Toronto leading by 13. And here is Powell. Lowry up top. Looking to get back on track here. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
Taking 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
And the first one drops. And so Lowry nails both of them. And it's the Bulls with the ball. Down by 15. Harper the pass to Pippen. Jordan inside, guarded by Powell. Back to Jordan, and it's blocked by Ibaka. Passes it to Siakam. And it's Harper with the rebound.
And his defense so valuable. Not many can bother that shot at the rim.
Boy, you see the effort, you see the range. This guy prides himself in his ability to shut you down.
And that'll be Toronto as it goes out of bounds. Raptors retain possession. Rodman brings the double team and wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. Toronto with the ball. It's stolen by Rodman. Harper with the ball. It's Jordan on the wing. The dish to Pippen. Shot clock at 5. And it's been a while, but he finally gets one to go. Pippen's got 10 points here in the second half. Harper against Lowry. Pass to Anunoby. Pippen with the steal. Ball's knocked loose. Harper against Lowry. Clock at 6. Harper the pass to Longley. No good. So the Raptors will take it the other way.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
At the elbow, it's Ibaka. And it's Jordan with the rebound. Bulls trail by 13. Dishes it to Pippen. Back to Jordan. Lets it fly from 18. Siakam pulls it in. Siakam's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. And there's a nice one-handed slam.
The vertical of OG and Anunoby. Go ahead, sir. Finish with authority.
Timeout,
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. Pascal Siakam, guys, really making a difference here.
Guys, you have got to find a way to slow this man down. This is a great timeout.
now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Pascal Siakam.
And he's provided them with a major mismatch on that low block tonight. That they've been able to lean on his scoring in the paint. And if nothing else has worked, he's given them a reliable option on every possession.
And this is exactly what a star player is supposed to do. Coming off a loss, he made sure they weren't going to make it 2 in a row. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to listen in on what the Bulls coach was going over with his team. He is not happy with the sloppy play offensively. He said, make the easy play. Take care of the ball. We can't afford to just give away golden opportunities. And we'll see if they can clean it up, guys.
The pass to Lowry. This one for 3. Jordan with the rebound. Jordan's got his 8th rebound here tonight. It's deflected.
I'll tell you, Siakam has the ability to intimidate offensive players. How about that one? Send it back.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
Well, the best players, to me, deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
Pass to Anunoby. Harper against Lowry. Drilled from 11 feet out. Lowry's got 13 points here in the second half alone.
Boy, we've seen Kyle Lowry bury plenty of those, Kevin, during his time in the NBA. As deadly with the jump shot as anyone.
Outside, Rodman. Michael Jordan on the wing. Outside for Pippen. Launches it. Rebound by the Raptors.
He is too good a shooter, guys, to be left open like that. The defense just dodged a bullet there.
Ibaka outside. He can't get it to go. And the Bulls going the other way now. Harper up top, covered by Siakam. Passes it to Longley. Makes it off the glass.
And Harper brings a lot of physicality to the table. Also solid at cutting the D apart with his passing.
Lowry kicks to Powell. Pass to Anunoby. Raptors moving the ball around. Lowry against Harper. Here's Anunoby. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry. And the Raptors lead by 15.
Spirited performance. You love to get this kind of win, especially on the road.
You've got to be able to block out all distractions in enemy territory. This team did a tremendous job staying focused on the task at hand.
And so Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time, GA, this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any chance to lift their team up at the finish.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. See you next time.